Okay, we're live. 15 out of 15. No one is here yet. I am here. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Hey, Four Name Girl's here. Look at that. She beat the counter. Maybe that... Oh, nope, there's the counter. Yep, you're a little ahead of the counter. Counter is working. We are live. And we have something to talk about. I've always thought the Big Bang Theory was stupid. Okay? When that show came out, I thought to myself, how stupid is that? They named their show after something that eventually people are going to figure out is bullshit. My theory has always been, well, sir, I'm sure there was a giant explosion in these parts at some point. But it's not the thing that created everything, you fucking idiots. You dumbass scientist motherfuckers. You know, the explosion that we detect right here near us wasn't the thing that created everything. And you'd have to be a fucking idiot to think that that was true. That's just me. Just doing this. It just doesn't make sense. You know, the universe is way too big to be created by a single explosion. You know what makes more sense to me? You know, the two giant entities, you know, like suns collided or something, created an explosion around here locally and set off a bunch of chain reactions, created universes, planets, created galaxies, planets, stars, you know, all sorts of things locally in this area. And that the further away you get from Earth and where we are, the further away you get from the effects of that stupid Big Bang Theory. Because there's no way one explosion created everything. And these idiots that say that the Big Bang, there was nothing. It was all the size of an atom. And then it exploded for no reason. And then created space and all the planets. And let me tell you something. All of you people that subscribe to the Big Bang Theory, that believe that shit, because you heard about it in school, and some scientist said it, or you heard of the TV show, or you saw it on some space show or whatever, or some idiot that gets paid to tell you what science is, he's told you that the Big Bang Theory exists and this is how it is and blah, blah, blah. You guys are the idiots, because you couldn't just sit there and think for 3 seconds like I did, like an 11-year-old child, and figure it out for yourselves. Don't take people's words for shit. And they tell you that an explosion created the whole goddamn universe. You know, you might want to take some exception with a lie like that. Of course it didn't. I digress. We've discussed this on here many times before, and I've always said that about the Big Bang. I've always said what a joke it is for anyone. You know, it's narcissistic of us to believe that this thing that we can detect right here near us, near Earth and near, our galaxy and these other galaxies that are here, well, that's the thing that created everything. You know, and only what we can see or what we can detect is out there. You know, like there aren't freaking suns that are bigger than any sun that we've ever seen ever or detected that are so far away from us that we can't detect them. Of course there are. Come on, the further you get, the bigger shit's gonna get. You're gonna find shit that you can't even comprehend out there. Of course you are. You know, and for us just to think that, you know, this little poof, there's a poof. Oh, the Big Bang, and then there was Earth, and then, and all the other planets. It sounds like the Bible. You know, in 7 days, it was all created in 7 days, but it was a Big Bang, and it wasn't in 7 days, but it was all by one thing that did it all, from an atom. What do you guys think about that? I'm afraid to ask, but I'll just tell you, guess what? I got proven right today. I was right. By just doing this, not being a scientist, by just thinking stuff out of my brain and going, that Big Bang Theory is bullshit. Guess what? Science just proved me right. You want to know what they found out today? That I've known all along since I was a little kid. Just figuring shit out, just thinking about it. Do you want to know what they found out today? Galaxies at different distances from where we are expanding at different rates. Not at the same rate as the Big Bang Theory states they would. And if everything came from the same explosion, they'd all be expanding at the exact same rate. But since they're not, that proves me right and all of other scientists in the world wrong. That means I'm smarter than all the other scientists in the world when it comes to the Big Bang Theory. Isn't that crazy? And I'm the only one. Just me. But that's how smart I am, me and my 16 viewers. Pretty cool, huh? You should feel pretty proud of yourself for finding me and hearing that. You heard it here first. Oh, thanks, Oracle. Are you going to give me a science lesson? You know what? I'd rather not take a science lesson from you. Okay? No offense, brother, but I'd rather not take a science lesson from you. You know, they say that the Big Bang created everything. I don't care whether it was an explosion or the creation or everything. That's bullshit. There's no way outer space and everything in it was all created from one thing. It's just stupid. It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense, Oracle. You're going to argue with me? Ice, cheers, buddy. Hey, I was telling my buddy Bill about your sniper rifle. He's like, yeah, you know, we should get together and go shooting, man. He might be able to turn you on to that long distance range you've been looking for. I don't know. He wasn't 100% on it, but he visited it. It's a private range, but you might be able to, you know, you never know. You might be able to get in there. I immediately thought of you. I was like, I know somebody who's got a gun that would work really good on that range. So you guys might be wondering where I'm getting this information from, or you know, it doesn't. So it's an article, and this is it right here. It's right here. Okay. But the actual predicted expansion rate of the universe is slower than what the Hubble telescope has observed. Huh. According to astronomers utilizing the standard cosmological model of the universe, a theory suggesting the components of the Big Bang, and measurements taken by the European Space Agency's Planck mission between 2009 and 2013. Oops. It's a very special number. You get to the bottom of the article, this idiot, you know what he says? He says, it just sounds like a freaking moronic scientist. Actually, I don't care what the expansion value is specifically, but I like to use it to learn about the universe. Hey man, you got the rate wrong, you dumbass, so you're learning all the wrong shit, you idiot. You know, you just said that it's incorrect. Oh, I like to use it to learn more about... Oh, okay. Doesn't make sense, does it? You want to go to that range? Heel, yeel. All right, let's do a dabby dab. Oh boy. So Biden wants to go to war, man. He wants war. And You know, these leaders have forgotten how to speak. They've forgotten how to negotiate, you know? And we have not elected negotiators. We've elected people that want war hawks. So this is what we've elected. This is who we've chosen to represent us. This is what we have to deal with now, war. And while the whole world is basically running down right now, we just accelerate the pace at which it's happening with all this bullshit. We're losing touch with each other, and it's not getting any better. So, if you guys have any ideas that you want to share in the chat and save the world, let me know. It's just not looking very good for any of us right now. So let's just do a dab, like Iceman says. When in Iceland, do as Iceman does. They say Eve was from Adam's rib. Bang. I want to go to that range. If there was a big bang, then in theory the universe will start shrinking. Cheers, bro. Education is the key. No, dude, the Big Bang didn't create the universe. There was a giant explosion. They can see that. But for them to think that everything was created by this one explosion is so stupid. And now they know it's not possible because the explosion is happening at different speeds. And that's not how explosions work, man. You know, you can't have one galaxy expanding at one rate and another galaxy expanding at another rate and say that those were both created at the same time by the same Big Bang explosion. It disproves your Big Bang theory. And that scientist said he wants to keep using that value, the expansion value, because he likes to use it to learn about the universe. Hey man, the expansion value is incorrect. You know, it's local. It's not the entire universe. It's our galaxy expansion. That's it. You know, and I'm sure there was a big explosion here. It's probably the black hole that's at the center of our specific galaxy. And maybe every galaxy has a black hole at the center of it, and they were all created by explosions. I wouldn't be surprised at all. What I know is not true, though, is that they were all created by the same one. It's just dumb. It's dumb. It's a dumb theory. It's a dumb show. And it's not funny. Cheers. Yeah, how are you going to educate some motherfuckers that don't want to learn, bro? That's the problem with education. There's a lot of motherfuckers that don't want to learn. They don't want their kids to learn. You know, how are you going to deal with that? You got to get through the ignorance before you can educate. Ignorant people don't learn shit. That's why they call them ignorant. I wonder if the definition of ignorance is incapable of learning. An inability to learn ignorance. You know, a blind spot to a learning, you know, a learning disability. Ignorance. The Big Bang Theory is true. Look at you trying to argue with me. Big Bang Theory is true. I have 3 kids to prove it. That's why I love you, bro. That's why I love Iceman too, because I was not doing really well when I started this show, and as soon as Iceman came in and said do a dab, completely changed my attitude, man. I was pissing my mom off, dude. She did not want to hear what I had to say. She does not want to hear it. So I'm thinking about purchasing a plexiglass barrier, like what drummers use in studios, a sound wall, or going back to my bedroom to broadcast back there. But you know what my mom says about that? She's like, you've got no room in there, and it's all enclosed, and she's like, you don't want to broadcast from in there. God, I hate fucking ticks. I hate them. I just want you all to know that. I fucking hate them, and I want you to know something else. I relish killing ticks, and I do it in all kinds of weird, crazy, psychotic ways, and I derive pleasure from killing ticks. I'm sorry that I had to tell you that. I know some of you guys are animal lovers. You love every living, breathing creature on the planet. But as far as I'm concerned, with ticks, all bets are off. And I love killing them. I love killing fleas too, Karen. I love killing fleas. I got a special way to kill fleas. Oh yeah, I kill fleas a special way. I bet none of you kill fleas the way I kill fleas. Hey, let me hear about all the ways you guys like to kill fleas and ticks. I want to hear about it. Let's talk about that. Okay? I'll tell you about the way I kill fleas. You guys are going to love the way I kill fleas. Nobody kills fleas like me. Nobody kills... Dominic says I like it when they pop. Dominic, oh my God, I kill fleas by burning them. That must smell like shit, though. Just rolling up in your finger. Flea. Lyme disease. Yeah, you gotta watch that Lyme disease. That's why I have a special way to kill ticks and a special way to kill fleas. Fuck them ticks, says Darkest Star. Dr. Keister. What's up, Dr. Keister? I like that, Dr. Keister. Do you guys want to know how I kill fleas and how I kill ticks? I mean, I have a special way I like to kill a tick. Peppermint oil works. Yeah, diatomaceous earth. You guys want to hear how I kill fleas and ticks? You want to hear my special kill methods? It's only two ways, man. There's only two ways. There's only one way to kill a flea, one way to kill a tick. And they're both similar. You like a hammer? Ooh, I like a hammer too. Mike, I like a hammer. I like a hammer. Cushion. Yes, tell me how. Well, I'm not telling you how to get rid of them. I didn't say that. I didn't say this is how you get rid of them. I said this is how I like to kill them, Karen. Are you not listening to me? I think you're not listening to me, and I think that's a problem that we have. Is you're only hearing what you want to hear, but you're not listening to what I'm saying. Right? I didn't say how to get rid of them. I said this is how I kill them. I have a very special relationship with fleas and ticks. And this is how I like to kill them. You have your my triage oil on your painful shoulder and you love it. Right on. Fleas. Thumbnail. Mike Elliott gets it. Mike Elliott, you get it. Thumbnail, bro. Two thumbnails pressed together on a flea. Pop them, right? It's the only way I will kill a flea. Is both of my thumbnails like this. Dude. Mike Elliott nailed it. Now, who was it who said hammer? Mike Elliott. Mike Elliott, my brother. Mike Elliott, my brother. This is what I do when I find a tick. I did this in California many times, and I always do the same thing. I find that little motherfucker, right? And I get a half paper towel. You know, you rip the paper towels, and they have the halfway paper towels now. I don't waste a whole paper towel on a tick. And I take that paper towel, and I fold it in half, and I fold it in half again, and then I put the tick right there, and I fold it in half, and I fold it in half again, and I take a hammer and I just go whap, and I psh, 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 psh. I go like Horseshack on that motherfucker. I get all Horseshacky up on them bitches. And then I open up the paper towel and I inspect the damage. And I look at their guts and their blood, my dog's blood or my cat's blood, spread all over the paper towel. And I laugh and I laugh and I laugh. That's how I do it. I haven't seen either since I moved to Florida. I haven't seen fleas. We didn't have fleas in California. Never saw fleas in California. But I would get a tick on the carpet every once in a while. And I do believe I pulled a couple of ticks off of the cat every once in a while too. Because the cat at night lays down outside, and the ticks find him and crawl up on him. And, I must have gotten a good, I want to say 20 of those motherfuckers in the 12 years I was in Cali. I'm sure I smacked 20 ticks, if not more. And I loved every fucking single one of them. Because if there's one thing I hate, it's a fucking tick. I hate them so much. To me, they prove to me that there isn't a God. Or if there is a God, it's just a very stupid one who couldn't figure out a better solution than that. I'm smarter than a God. Just saying, I wouldn't have created ticks. I'm smarter than a fucking God. Hope everything's good in the new house. Therun Theruni to you. The rune, thank you. Everything is okay. Everything's going okay. I'm trying to deal with a sound issue over here. It's me. I am the sound issue. It's me. Sorry, Mom. Mom's gonna be pissed. Dude, should we do another dab? You think Iceman wants to do a dab? We doing a dab? What are we gonna dab, dude? We're gonna do dab, dude. You gonna do dab, dude? You gonna do dab? I went over to Iceman's the other day. He's like, "You want to do a dab?" I was like, "Yeah, you can do a dab." He's like, "You want to do a dab, dude? Dude, you want to dab, dude?" I was like, "You're doing me. That's great. I love it." And then we did dabbies. Dude, I tried flies today with 8-pound weights, and that shit was painful. And I was like, dude, I got to start that shit now. Flies. Oh, and I did, Mom, I did a pull-up. I did a pull-up. You've got a pull-up bar?
Yeah, I saw you.
I did a pull-up.
I saw you.
Yeah, and that's my first pull-up ever in my entire life.
Okay.
That I ever did. I can do pull-ups now. And Bill, my buddy Bill, he's like, you did it backwards. I'm like, okay, right on. I'm on it. Okay. Got to flip the hands around next time. Okay. But I did one. I did a pull-up, and I was like, I did a pull-up, and I was all the way up there. And I was like, dude, my arms, bro. I got arms. I never was able to do that. My whole life, I could never do that. I could never do a pull-up. You know, I remember when we were kids in middle school, and they had this fitness test. And they were saying at the time, all the kids have to pass this fitness test. And in the fitness test, I think there was pull-ups in it or something. And I was like, I can't fucking do pull-ups. I'm like, that's hilarious. I'm like, that's not going to happen. You know? I can't remember how we got through that shit. I don't remember what the resolution was to that. I'll have to ask my mom. Mom,
What?
do you remember the fitness test when I was in middle school that all the kids had to take?
No, honey, I don't remember.
Okay, my bad.
What about it?
Oh, I was just wondering if you remembered. You know, they made us do pull-ups and we had to, like, do jumping jacks or something. It was, like, really stupid. Like a test. It's like all the kids had to pass it.
Well, how did you do?
I couldn't do a pull-up. I know that.
Oh,
I've never been able to do a pull-up in my life. I know if they had me try it, I wouldn't have been able to do
you
it.
did one today.
I did one today, damn it. I did a pull-up today. I didn't know we had a pull-up bar in this house. And I was like, Bill, there's a pull-up bar right here. I was like, oh my God. I was fucking, I did a pull-up. I was like, oh my God, I did a pull-up. Yeah. That's good to know, man. You know, hoist myself up on something if I have to. That's a good talent to have, you know, for my parkour. It's for my parkour. Usually I just use inertia and gravity, but now I know I can use my strengths as well. All right, so yes, I said strengths. I can use my strengths. I got the wrong thing here. That's the wrong bubbler. I got the wrong bubbler. Dude, did I forget to do a dab? I heated this thing up and forgot to do a dab, didn't I? I didn't do a dab, dude. I didn't do a dab, dude. Didn't do a dab, dude. Dude, you didn't do a dab? No, dude. I didn't do a dab, dude. Bro, you didn't do a dab? No, dude. I did. I totally forgot. I heated it up and forgot. We all just sat here and talked shit and laughed. My strengths. Wait, did I do a dab or not? Because look at all the oil on this thing. Did I do a dab? Oh, I did a dab. I did a dab, dude. That's why it's all on fire. Because, you know, there was oil in it, right? I must have done a dab. Because why is all this char all over it, you know? Chato. You know what's fun about game shows is the ones that have the special guest stars on. You get to find out which ones of those special guest stars are smart and which ones are just dumber than stumps. And that's fun. I love that whole expose on them, you know? Like Hollywood Squares and stuff like that. That shit is great. Okay, man. We're not going to forget. We're not going to forget our dab, dude. We're totally going to do a dab, dude. You're going to do a dab, dude? Chato. What was it Chato used to say? She used to say something. Cha-cha-cha or something. She used to say cha-cha-cha. She used to have a little thing. I wonder if my mom remembers. Mom's going to be pissed if I ask her. Hey, Mom. What was it that Charo used to say? Charo. That woman. Yeah, what was it she used to say? She had like a little thing she would say. Thundering in Tampa. You did a pull-up. I did a pull-up! I did my first pull-up ever in my whole life. Did I move to Florida? Yes, I did, Daniel. How are you doing, brother? How are you, bro? It's so good to see you on here. He bought a freaking Charo. Holy shit. Cha-cha-cha. Oh, Mom! Cha-cha-cha. No, it wasn't cha-cha-cha? Charo, did she not say cha-cha-cha? I thought she used to say something. Oh, coochie-coochie. Coochie-coochie. Charo, coochie-coochie. Was that it? I think it was. My buddy Tonka, I think he knows. He's old school. Coochie-coochie. Take the dab, did. Okay, devious. Devious dabs, did. All right, cheers, guys. Mighty Ducks. Bong of pink cookies for me. Mike Elliott, aren't you special? Aren't you special with your special pink cookies? I'm jealous. I'm jealous of your special cannabis flowers or oils. I'm jealous. She did a little bit with Dave Chappelle skit where she had a bunch of cocaine. Who? Big Merc. Oh, Charo? Charo had a little bit of cocaine. She said, Gucci, 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 cocaine. Gucci, Gucci. Gucci, Gucci. You can see her on coke, bro. Oh my god. No, thank you. I guess now that I think about it, she always was on coke, wasn't she? It was a heck of a dab. Son of a gun. Silence falls over the podcaster as he becomes exceptionally high and confused. Where am I? What am I even doing here? Look at this. What am I doing? I got my bezel. My bezel is there. If you're wondering, he's right here next to me. I should put his bed right there. He's so cute. Okay. So this should have been plugged in. I got my new case for my phone. Got my new case for my phone, dude. It's nice. Nice and unscratched. So easy to just clip that off and clip the new one on, you know? You're not providing enough information. We're not going to answer your phone. Not providing enough information. Phone call. We're not interested in what you're selling. Whatever it is you're selling, we ain't buying. Where are the deer, damn it? Where are the deer? It's as if they don't want to come by. We had a red-eared slider try to lay eggs and got spooked, I think, halfway through the process. Or so it would appear. Not 100% sure. I didn't check the hole, but I don't know, maybe that hole was filled in and I just couldn't tell. The turtle laid the eggs so far away from the frickin' edge of the goddamn creek. I'm like, why would you lay these eggs so far away? You had all of that beach sand, and you came all the way up here in the flower bed next to the house, right here. That turtle was like right here. Like right. The turtle was like right here in the flower bed out there. He must have walked up 50 fucking feet from the edge of the water, 60 feet. And when I went back out there after the end of the show, it was gone. That slider was gone. And I looked for it. I went all the way down in the creek and looked in the creek, and it was gone. I was like, dude, that thing took off fast. don't know, man. Maybe she just didn't like my dog or me. Maybe we came out and she was like, I ain't laying my turtle eggs here. Fuck you. Yeah, I wonder if they climb up in the woods and do that shit. I bet they do. Man, I bet they do, man. You know, turtles lay their eggs. I always thought they needed to be on sand. But now that I think about it, their claws are so sharp and their fins are so strong that they can dig through pine needles and brush and get down into the dirt. And once they do that, they're just digging in dirt again. You know, they can climb all the way up 50, 60 feet in the woods and put their eggs in the woods, man. That's crazy. I didn't know that. But they obviously can. It was Mengele. Himmler. Fuck. Himmler was the one that killed himself. Fucking Nazis. Fucking Nazis. Big Bang disproved in science doesn't even see it, but I do, and now all you guys see it. Hey, you guys, hey, listen to me. There is an article at CNN right now, okay? They've got this Hubble telescope. And I knew as soon as I saw the headline, I knew exactly what it was going to be about. Check this out. So, you know, I saw this headline, Hubble identifies unusual wrinkle in expansion rate of the universe. And to me, anytime scientists say they think that they can measure the expansion rate of the entire universe, my question is, what makes them think that just because, as far as they can detect it for, that they can see that and detect that it's not any different beyond what they can detect it? What makes them think that it's constant, that it stays constant and keeps going and keeps going and keeps going? Because we all know space doesn't end. It keeps going. There's not a wall. You don't hit a fucking wall. You know? It's infinite. It keeps going. So for you to think that just because you can, as far as you can see, your little human ass can see in this little section of the galaxy and as far beyond in the other galaxies that you're looking at, that it stays the same even past what you can see. Now, I don't doubt, I'll say it again, I don't doubt that there was some fucking giant explosion that created everything around here that we can see. I don't doubt that. You know, they see some explosion, they see shit's expanding and shit. Yeah, I get that. You know, there was an explosion, and it maybe created all the planets that we have today, and the sun, and all the suns that we can see, and sure, I believe that. But I don't believe that created the entire fucking universe. At all. I just think that's silly. I think it's a silly concept. So, here's this article, and I'm looking at it, and I'm going, well, that's just not so. I mean, it's the Big Bang theories. Of course it's there's going to be a wrinkle, you know? And I love how they say there's a wrinkle. It's a lot more than a wrinkle. It's a difference in what they can detect now, which means the Big Bang Theory didn't affect everything that we can detect now. We can see further now. And guess what? The Big Bang Theory was wrong. And none of these motherfuckers want to just come out and say it. And not in this article. They're not saying it in this article. They mentioned the Big Bang Theory. Isn't that funny? Like I said, horrible writing. Horrible writing. Horrible acting. You know, just... Ugh. Jokes just always fall short, and it's just sophomoric and pathetic, and it just makes you feel pathetic to even watch it. See, this is it right here. Right here in this first sentence. Measuring the expansion rate of the universe was one of the Hubble Space Telescope's main goals when it was launched in 1990. Here's what's wrong with that. It says measuring the expansion rate of the universe. Did you catch that? They literally think that from what they can detect, they can determine the expansion rate of the whole universe. Everything. That means everything that we cannot see or detect or sense in any way, shape, or form. They think that it doesn't matter if what they can see here, they can detect it. It must be everywhere. And that explosion must have happened right here near us. You know, where everything is coming from, where everything is radiating from. So right there, it's a false premise. You can't say that measuring the expansion rate of the universe was one of the Hubble Space Telescope's main goals. We can't measure the expansion rate of the universe. It's physically impossible. We don't have access to the entire universe. You fucking idiots. So it's a poor premise to begin with. Right? And then it goes on to say, over the past 30 years, the Space Observatory has helped scientists discover and refine that accelerating rate, as well as uncover a mysterious wrinkle that only brand new physics may solve. Dude, I solved that shit years ago on this show. And I told you, and I'll tell you again, the Big Bang didn't create the whole fucking universe. You know, whatever explosion it is they're detecting, that's not the one that created everything, and it's just stupid to think that it did. When you hear people say it all came from one atom, you're like, wow, really? Is that what you think? You're like, you don't think that two fucking big giant stars collided and all that matter was mixed and scattered and created all of these fucking universes. These galaxies that we can detect. You think it was all from one atom? That's interesting. You know? I love science, but when it gets to stuff like this, man, there is so much guessing. And it drives me crazy that so many people just accept it as gospel. Big Bang Theory. Oh yeah, let's make a comedy show called Big Bang Theory. You know, because that's facts. Because that's science. Because we're all so smart. You know, we subscribe to the Big Bang Theory because we're all so smart. Look. It says, over the past 30 years, the Space Observatory has helped scientists discover and refine that accelerating rate. It refines it, as well as uncover a mysterious wrinkle. Hubble has observed more than 40 galaxies that include pulsating stars as well as exploding stars called supernova to measure even greater cosmic distances. Both of these phenomena help astronomers to mark astronomical distances like mile markers, which have pointed to the expansion rate. In the quest to understand how quickly our universe expands, astronomers already made one unexpected discovery in '98: dark energy. This phenomenon acts as a mysterious repulsive force that accelerates the expansion rate. And there's another twist: an unexplained difference between the expansion rate of the local universe versus that of the distant universe. And then it says right after the Big Bang. There it is. Right here. It could require new physics. Difference between the expansion rate of the local universe versus that of the distant universe. What would cause that? Well, that would mean that your Big Bang isn't as big as you fucking wish it was. Wouldn't it? And you know what else that means? That means there are galaxies that are literally traveling towards us. You know? It's not all going in the same direction. If one galaxy is headed towards another galaxy, and you know, maybe that's where this one came from. Maybe one galaxy collided with another one, and there were just a whole bunch of fucking collisions and explosions that created what we've got now. But if it wasn't all created from one explosion, then there's could be a galactic explosion somewhere in the not so distant universe that could very well just erase us instantly. Think about that. It may have already happened, and we're just waiting for the wave to hit us. Could you imagine the beginning of a movie and someone looks up and they're looking at a telescope like don't look up, and they're looking up and they call someone over and they're like, what, man? And they're like, dude, galaxies are disappearing. And she's like, what? And it's like, I was just looking at the Andromeda galaxy, and just the whole galaxy just disappeared. I can't find it anymore. And it was just headed, a wave of destruction was just headed towards us at that speed, and someone saw it. That would be fun. Doomsday, baby. Let's write that one. Let's write that movie. Quantum's beautiful. Tripod. Rogan. Do I have kafefe? I've got kafefe. Look at this. Kafefe. Could be yours. Could be mine. It's mine. It's totally mine. And there's another twist. I like how they're like, oh, by the way, this disproves the Big Bang Theory and all the bullshit that you've been fed your whole life. An unexplained difference between the expansion rate of the local universe versus that of the distant universe. You know, what's that discrepancy? I wonder what that discrepancy might be. This is all going to be very interesting as they discover more. You know, I should make a video on YouTube and call it the Big Bang Theory is bullshit, and here's why, and just say go over all the points. Shit, bro, I went over all the points in this video already. I could just edit it through, all from this video. I should do that right now. I should go through and make a video. You know, of just me explaining this is why, man. It's so simple. Any even a child could reason through this. You know, we all know the universe goes on forever. It's infinite. So for you to think that you can measure the speed at which it's expanding is stupid, because you can't see past a certain point to prove it. You can only prove what's going on locally. Well, guess what? Now we can see past what these idiots thought they calculated. And even though it disproves them, the idiots still say they don't care what the number is. They're going to keep using it to better understand the universe that they have absolutely no clue of at all, obviously. This proves it. They thought they knew so much about it. They had it all wrong. Every single one of those Big Bang motherfuckers. And I'm looking for people out there who understand that the Big Bang is bullshit and understand why it's bullshit. And just to say it all came from a tiny atom exploded. Do you guys realize how stupid that concept is? Does that sound like something out of the Bible? You know, and on the seventh day, God created waterfalls and swans. You know, and from a grain of sand, he created the entire universe and exploded. And the entire universe and all that space was created by an atom that just suddenly blew apart. All on its own because it was angry. Because God was ignoring that atom. So that single atom exploded and created the entire universe. Galaxies. It's stupid. It's just unbelievable bullshit. It's when I say the words out loud, I realize how dumb it sounds. And then when you watch that stupid show, you realize that it's almost like they're mocking the concept with that stupid fucking show with horrible humor. Dude, I want to get on that pull-up bar and see if I can do a pull-up like this. I want to pull up like that. I wonder if I can do more than one. If I could do one. Because I was like this, and I did it. Dude, I can't wait to get on that pull-up bar and start working out on that shit. Oh my god. I wonder how many I'll be able to do. I don't want to hurt myself, but I want to work on those muscles so I can do more, you know. I take it easy on the push-ups, man. I did 100 for a couple days, but I've cut down because I was noticing a little bit of, I was doing a little damage, I think. I was like, if I just take it a little easier, and I'm not in such a hurry, I can work my way up to 100 slowly. I don't have to be in a hurry, you know, just, I'm doing 60 now, you know. I did 2 sets of 30. The chair exercises are great, aren't they? The chair exercises are great, man. Just sitting down in a chair and using your arms. That's, I think, why I can do a pull-up now. I think that's why I can do a pull-up. Or maybe it's the push-ups that I'm doing. I don't know, maybe it's both. But in that position, I can lift my body weight. And when I'm doing a push-up, I can't lift my whole body weight. I'm not lifting my whole body weight in a push-up position. You know, I would have to be planking with my freaking feet off the ground. Bro, dude, I should work towards that. That'd be crazy, man. Fucking support myself in push-up position with my feet off the ground. Oh, that would be fucking parkour, baby. Parkour. That would be awesome. You've got to stop, James. Your legs hurt. Just take it easy, man. Take it easy on your knees, bro. Look, there's a crow. There's a crow, bro. Dude, that's right where that turtle laid those eggs. Oh, hold on, guys. Hold on. That turtle did lay eggs down in there. Hold on.
Dog went out.
I didn't think that thing laid any eggs, right? Well, obviously it has because that crow can smell them. So I covered the hole so that those animals can't get to it. That turtle did lay eggs, guys, and that crow was there and it could smell them. And so I know and man, when I looked, I couldn't believe how deep the hole was where the eggs were. I was like, oh man, there's like this big round hole. And I was like, yeah, this thing laid eggs. And it covered it up good. It just didn't finish. And when Rogie and I walked up, we startled it, and it just left instead of finishing. And I was like, did it even? Yeah, it did. So I went out there and I covered it up. So that crow won't be able to get to it. There's no way. That crow with the same one with his mouth open, dude. He was like, that crow was all, hey, you got some turtle eggs, bro? I was like, no turtle eggs, bro. Fly on, little crow. Fly on. Little turtles, heroes in the half shell. Bro, this is the second nest of red-eared slider turtles that I've got out here. You know? Those little red-eared turtles, those red-eared sliders are so freaking cute when they're born. You guys seen them, you know? They're in the pet stores. They used to have them. I don't know if they sell them. When I was a kid, you go into a pet store, and they'd have a whole thing full of them, bro. They'd sell those things with a little plastic island and stuff and Tetramin turtle food. Oh, the sprinklers are on, son. Check it out. What? What? We got sprinkle action, son. Sprinkle, sprinkle, what? Sprinkle, sprinkle, what? Sprinklers, man. I lost my audience members. So I think because everybody left, I'm going to go and I'll take my dog out for a nice walk. I think he wants to go. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay? And if there were more people, I would stay for sure, man. You know, and these people just leave. I don't know why. Yeah, well, I'll go ahead and I'll refresh the chat, just make sure. But nine is Dominic is like, keep it open. 9 is really sad. Yeah, 9, guys. It's so hard to keep a show open, man, when people won't stay, man. I'd go and fucking keep going, but man, 9 people, bro. Dude, if you went to see all the trouble that I go through to set one of these shows up, look at this. Just so I wouldn't piss my mom off, dude. I put all of this sound deadening material here. See this? I put these blankets here on these chairs. There's tables right there. There's a table right there. That's a table too. Set up to block sound. Because I didn't want to bother my mom, man. I went through all that trouble to do this show. You know? And people just were like, yeah, fuck you, Nay, bye. Okay. Well, at least the 9 of you weren't like that. So I would have stayed and hung out, man, but it's embarrassing because I go out to cover up turtle eggs. I went outside to red-eared slider turtle eggs, you know. Oh, it's so bad. I was gone for all of freaking 2 minutes to do something nice for a freaking turtle. Whatever. Worst audience. I mean, you guys are great, but everyone that leaves, man, they know, man. They see that number up there. It's bullshit, dude. What else do I have to do, man? Well, go down and fuck off by the goddamn waterfall, man. It's kind of fun. I got my net, my little screen out there set up. I'll just sit there and chill. I'll just sit there and chill and shit. Yeah, but I'm all high. I don't need to smoke anymore. I'll just take Rogie out there. Check out the wildlife and shit. Go guard my turtle eggs. I'm gonna go guard turtle eggs. I was sitting here waiting to see if we can get up in the fucking out of single digits. Oh, maybe it's this picture of the fucking our universe. People, I mean our galaxy. People don't like to see that shit. People don't want to see the goddamn Milky Way. Dude, it just went from 9 to 15 viewers. That's 6 people. Hey, where the hell did all those people just come from? I ain't going anywhere now. Now I'm staying. Somebody tell me where all these people just came from. Crows and ravens terrorize tortoise populations. Not in my backyard. You know, I took care of that shit. And now the sprinklers will make sure he stays away. Oh, right on, Docky. Thanks, Murky. Murky. Merca. Merca. IG group son, what? At least 30 people? Holy shit, man. Really? If you came here from Doc Holland Daisy on Instagram, let us know in the chat, guys. Please. We'd love to hear from you. And let me use camera magic to get rid of the shine on my face. It's camera magic time. Camera magic time. Camera magic time. Hey Rogie, you want to go outside? Rogie does want to go outside, but there's a lot of you watching there. Camera magic time. Camera magic time. Camera magic time. Boflow. 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 Ooh, I like that. I don't need all that shine all over my face. Rogan's sitting here staring at me, guys. There's 15 of you here now. So if you guys want to let me take my dog outside for a walk, I don't know how long that's going to be. Jackson Hinkle's on Jimmy Dore. I can let you guys watch him while I'm out walking the dog. How's that? Two of my favorite podcasters together.
McGregor, what did he say?
He said that, well, I interviewed him he's done a bunch of appearances. His assessment is that Russia is completely dominating right now. It would be the equivalent if Russia tried to start a proxy war against the United States on the U.S.-Mexican border. It wouldn't go well.
Okay.
Right.
Enjoy.
Okay. So it'd be like if we were fighting Mexico.
Their discussion while I take.
All that proves is that the Vin man doesn't know him.
Rogan,
Did you want to verify that this is Lieutenant Colonel U.S. Army
it.
retired? This is him.
For a walk? Come on.
So this is that guy
Come on, Diesel.
who everybody tried to make a hero out of him when he was testifying against Trump. Remember that?
Oh, that guy.
He was
He was on Curb Your
whistleblower.
Enthusiasm, wasn't he?
So he was supposed to be a whistleblower. He was blowing a whistle. No, he on the president. No, that's not a whistleblower. A whistleblower blows the whistle on his own agency.
You wanna go
So if
outside?
he was blowing the whistle on the CIA,
You don't wanna
then
go
he'd
now.
be a whistleblower. He was not, or whatever agency he was working for.
Sir, that's not the whistle you blew on the president.
That was Adam Schiff. So here's his lie. I know no serious military analyst with experience in the region who believes otherwise. He's lying. Moreover, it now seems possible Ukraine may liberate the terrorist territory seized since February and look to free the...
Okay, so Rogie doesn't want to go out. So, what do you guys think? I just lost 5 viewers. I'm not even going outside, and I lost 5 viewers that fast. At least I'm not in single digits anymore. Come on, guys. It's late into the show, man. I wouldn't mind keeping going here if you guys could hang in there and keep watching with me. Just got home from work, Nancy. Okay, keep it open. Keep it open. Keep watching, okay? We're trying to get some more people here, Nancy. And we're having a hard time. Wow. Wouldn't it have been better for UK, USA, and the EU to have encouraged the Ukrainian government to negotiate a diplomatic solution from the start rather than pouring billions into military aid resulting in enormous death, destruction, and displacement? Freedom Alliance, at Freedom Alliance 11. On Twitter. I couldn't have said it better myself. That was very well said. That's on the... I'm still watching Jimmy Dore, but I turned on Jimmy Dore and 5 of you left. Instantly. Oh, thank you, Nancy. Instagram's attention span. I don't know. None of them said they were from Instagram, Doc. Not a single person said they were from Instagram. No, in fact, nobody said anything. Except for Nancy. Here. I'm kind of curious.
Well, he's saying it with the caveat that one of those tweets mentioned that he's only going to accept a peace deal if he gets back Donetsk, Lugansk, Crimea, which Russia's held since 2014, so on and so forth. So he's living in a fantasy land, but he's not serious about moving forward with these negotiations. But he should be, because today Russia has begun encircling about 20,000 troops in eastern Ukraine in the Donbass, and it's not going to go well for them.
So,
You hear that?
just in case this is the first time you've heard us talk about this, what's going on is a proxy war. NATO provoked this. It started in 2014 when NATO and the United States instituted a coup in Ukraine. We did that. We overthrew their democratically elected government. And so then that government, that coup government, then started shelling and killing people in the Donbass who were Russians and affiliated themselves with Russia.
We talked about this
And
multiple times.
that's what's been going on for 8 years. And there was a peace agreement for them to stop doing that, and they wouldn't, which is why Putin eventually invaded. And so it's going to end this way. This is how it's going to end. I mean, the Donbass is going to be controlled by Russia. Crimea is going to be back. This is however it's going to end, however Putin wants it to end. And we shouldn't be encouraging this, but of course we're encouraging this because it's a grift. It's a money transfer from the United States Treasury to the military-industrial complex, and that's all that's happening here. Okay, overstep.
Tell Jackson to take a fat hit at 420. Sorry, Blunts, we just got to it 513. Kenneth Topping, have you seen Lex Friedman's interview with Oliver Stone yet? It's excellent. Looking forward to that. Thank you, Kenneth. Musk is not wrong about population collapse. Why he has his team create 30K androids to replace people. Take care of you when you are old. do jobs no one wants, etc., until they rise up and take over. HSM underscore epic underscore return Zook Zookski. Thank you. Jackson and Kurt look like they're doing point counterpoint, except it's hair counter hair. AD, getting a laugh for the fellas. All right, back to Jindor.
So I love pointing out the hypocrisy of the liberal elites when it comes to the COVID narrative. So here's Joe Biden, and he's getting off Air Force One, and what's he wearing? He's wearing a mask, ladies and gentlemen. He's wearing a mask. Oh, hang on. And why is he wearing a mask? Because I'm sure he had it on in the plane. He didn't put it on to go outside. That would be stupid. I'm sure he was wearing it in the plane to protect everybody, and now he's outside. He's still wearing it to protect everybody. And here he is. He's going to go. Now he's going to meet somebody, and he's going to say, "Aren't you glad I'm wearing a mask to protect you?" And let's see what happens. What the?
He just gave that guy monkeypox.
He just gave that guy monkeypox.
Well, the Secret Service can dive in front of the virus if it becomes a problem. So,
Bill Balugin says, "I think this is one of those times where you step in it so much that you got to buy a whole nother pair of shoes." Oh, that wasn't about that. This is about all the elites doing that, all the Democratic elites. I'm sure all the Republicans do. They're all doing it. They're all. Nobody's following it. This is my governor, Governor Newsom. And this is when everybody was super locked down and had to wear a mask, even in the shower. He's out at dinner at the French Laundry, the most hoity-toity restaurant in the world, and nobody's wearing a mask. And that was a big deal when that happened. Here he is with no mask.
He doesn't know who Shaquille.
That was also supposed to be a scandal. Also, my governor championed for the prison guards not to have to wear masks. Why? So
they don't care.
Let's just watch this one more time because it's fun, huh? Mask on makes sense, huh? Got to keep everybody safe. And then he fucking takes his mask off.
I mean, that was Mr. Miyagi's lesson to us: mask on, mask off.
And you guys want to say? I mean, if there's nothing that points out the stupidity of this whole thing more than that, go ahead, Kurt.
It looks like, I mean, because I always said, like, how fast before this is the new taking your shoes off at the airport, and
yeah,
like this is just perfunctory, and then it's going to be like a thing on The View, like, yeah, we just put one on for no reason and take it off randomly, put it back on if there's a poor person nearby, and take it off.
When I was flying back from, I think, Florida, they had that court decision that said you don't have to wear masks on the plane anymore, that the CDC had overreached, which they did. So nobody's got their masks on in the plane. But during that time, when we got on the plane till we landed, the Los Angeles County Health or whoever issued their edict saying you have to wear a mask in the airport. They couldn't make you wear it on the plane because that other judge had said no. But they said here, you have to wear it in the airport.
Is that right now? Or
No. That was just that day or that week. And so when our plane lands, they make an announcement, you have to wear a mask in the airport. So please put your mask on as you leave the airplane. That's the equivalent of what he just did there. And I didn't put a mask on, and I didn't see anybody else put a mask on who's getting off that plane. And my theory was if they say, hey, you have to put a mask on, I'll say, I'll just leave. They go, please leave. I am leaving.
I remember taking a flight like after, and I wasn't sure if like when that took effect, and I had my mask on, going in, and I'm looking around, I'm like, am I really idiot here with my mask on?
I got kicked out of an Uber for not wearing a mask this week because they reinstated the policy for Ubers now.
Good. They should.
So ridiculous. I don't wear them. I don't wear them in the Uber, and if they want to kick me out, they can kick me out.
I hope
what
they
happened.
do.
They said you
Hope
have
they
to put
ban
one.
you
I'm like,
from-
I don't have one.
So does
I hope
that
they
guy,
haven't
ban
had
you
one
from
for
Uber.
months.
so does that guy now get to like tattle on you to the Uber
What is
people, and
that?
then it shows up in your permanent account?
Oh, that's the pot.
Probably.
Pot.
We'll
You
see.
should tattle on him for not being vaccinated.
Tattle.
What is going on in this world? That is hilarious. That is funnier than him falling up the stairs. All right, over stuff.
Ceylon says, love you, Jimmy. You and Kurt remind me of George Carlin and Rodney Dangerfield. Did you catch the new Carlin documentary on HBO? No.
Yes.
Oh,
Did you see
Jimmy
it at the
hasn't
end?
seen it yet. I want to watch it last night, but we ended up watching Servant. Have you watched Servant?
No.
That's weird. I won't even get into it yet. I only got into 2 episodes. Weird, very weird. Jacob, Jimmy being critical of the Clintons is a good way to end up suicided. Stay safe. Oh, come on there, Jacob. All right, you can take the fellas off. Chris, I got blocked by Nina Jankowicz on Twitter today.
Huh.
You must be doing something right, Chris.
Wow.
I had a friend that just recommended that I read her book about how females are harassed online and with
How to be a
stra-
woman online?
Yeah,
Oh, God.
and she straight faced it, telling me I should get it, and I really should get it. And she said, "Oh, we're friends on Twitter." I'm like, "Oh, I couldn't tell my friend. I couldn't tell her."
Ugh.
Could she ask Nina to edit
It
my
sucks.
tweets for me? I'd still like that service.
I'd like that service because I make so many bad spelling errors.
Back to Jimmy.
So we've featured this woman on the show before. She's got a new take. Ready? Here we go.
Hi, I'm Nisha, and I'm a good person. That's why I vote blue no matter who. That's also why I eat Colin Kaepernick's Change the World ice cream by Ben & Jerry's, but owned by Unilever. So what? Unilever gets a few bad marks in pollution, toxics, habitats, human rights, workers' rights, animal testing, factory farming, irresponsible marketing, just to name a 9. I support them anyway, because I like their packaging. Same thing goes for the Democrats. So come this election season, grab a spoon, take a knee, and vote blue no matter who. Do you really want to take a risk of not voting Democrat? What would your friends think of you?
There you go. Very well done.
Now all I can think of is like the Ben and Jerry labs where they're force feeding Colin Kaepernick ice cream to a rabbit. Extracting it.
Giving it an ice cream headache.
Nice work, Misha.
Misha. Now, do you do
Russian name, isn't it?
That's a Russian name. She's definitely compromised.
Infiltrated.
We're infiltrated. Now, what do you use? Now, do you have a hyphenated last name? Not legally. But what do you use? McCourtney Pollen. So it's Misha.
Doxing her for this. this information she gets.
And what are the last 4 digits of your social? Okay. Want to watch it again? I want to watch it again. Let's watch it again.
Hi, I'm Nisha, and I'm a good person. That's why I vote blue no matter who. That's also why I eat Colin Kaepernick's Change the World ice cream by Ben & Jerry's, but owned by Unilever. So what? Unilever gets a few bad marks in pollution, toxics, habitats, human rights, workers' rights, animal testing, factory farming, irresponsible marketing, just to name a 9.
Name a 9. I love that.
Because I like their packaging. Same thing goes for the Democrats. So come this election season, grab a spoon, take a knee, and vote blue no matter who. Do you really want to take a risk of not voting Democrat? What would your friends think of you?
Very well done. Thank you for doing that. That was great. And she's wearing look at that blue shirt, huh? With the blue background, so blue. So solidly blue. Right? That's how you know you're a good person. You should have a Ukraine flag too.
Spice that blue up with
see
a,
what-
Ukraine
a little yellow war paint.
Blue and yellow.
Oh, did you have your? You didn't.
Is there a Ukraine Ben and Jerry's yet?
I hope so. Okay, over to Steph.
Nice work, Misha. I beg her to let us show them, so I really appreciate it. The count is pending, says Jimmy Dore's 5.5-year victory lap continues.
Continue.
Oh, you are correct on that one. Dave, wouldn't you like to know how is not a bigger story than how is not a bigger story than Watergate? Right? It should be a pretty big story.
You're right.
Right? This should be a huge story.
Right.
Everybody should be talking about it for the next 3 years. And now, Jim Dore.
Now, Bill Maher said some stuff for about 9 minutes on trans kids and the trans issue. And
Hey, Killer GB.
now, I always thought Bill Maher was a fastball down the middle Democrat, right?
He's a
so
shitlib.
donated $1 million to Barack Obama.
He's
on
a
air. He
neocon.
loved that he voted for Hillary, voted for Biden, hates Trump, the whole thing. And so I think this is maybe a watershed moment for the kind of. I think Bill Maher has a place in our culture. He's propped up by the establishment on HBO, which gives him, cachet, and he actually influences
Ron,
the
you want to go
culture.
outside?
And
I'm going to take him outside. I'll let you guys watch this.
That's why I'm jealous of him, because he has. It's obvious I'm jealous of him. But anyway, so I'm going to play this, and maybe we'll stop it a few times, because I thought this really. I predict this will shift the conversation. Right now, most people I know are afraid to talk about trans issues because they're going to say the wrong thing, and they're going to get in trouble, and they're going to get canceled, just like when Patton Oswalt took a picture with Dave Chappelle that had to apologize for it.
You see Mulaney stand silent.
Oh, John Mulaney. So John Mulaney had I want to cover that story. So he had John Mulaney had Dave Chappelle open for him in Ohio, and some people were upset. There was, I guess,
who probably didn't go to the show. Also, by the way, like not audience.
Some people tweeted that they were in the audience and they were trans and they didn't want to see a transphobe. They didn't know that's what they were signing up for. But John Mulaney has not said anything, right? People were really upset that, and they even wrote newspaper articles about it. Anyway, so here's Bill Maher, and here's his take, and I think it's really relevant, so that's why I'm sharing it with everybody. And if you guys want to jump in, let me know.
And finally, new rule: if something about the human race is changing at a previously unprecedented rate.
So this is that's HBO probably, and I probably can't play it on my YouTube channel. Jimmy Dore gets a pass, but I won't, because that's how YouTube does their shit. Now, I saw this bit. I watched this Bill Maher skit already.
Gay or LGBTQ? That's a lot.
And yet Brian Stelter stays with his beard.
I don't think it's okay to insult someone like that. Is it?
Well, I'm complimenting him, but
I think you are.
Would I like? Did you see the thing about on TikTok that there's about popular Tourette's influencers, and so there was like a whole thing of people pretending they have Tourette's. Some girl got caught because she would pretend to have Tourette's because it became popular.
You know, Cartman
then they
did
show
that.
her. What'd you say?
Cartman did that.
Right,
South Park.
Cartman, and they show the clips of her faking it for years, and like she only like half researched, so people actually have the illness are like were watching her with a fine tooth, I don't know, comb. And one of them was her brushing her teeth, and she was hitting herself in the face.
Not cool, man. It's not funny. People
All
suffer
right, so
from
here
that
we go.
shit, and they're laughing about it.
28% of Gen Z.
I
Are
was
you
really
Gen
classless.
Z, Jackson?
Yeah, I'm Gen Z.
How are you gay?
No, not yet.
Not even 28% of you?
Not even 28%.
I thought literally 100% of Gen Z was gay. Like this was an eye-opener.
Jimmy just
chart
went
for me
darn.
personally.
Yeah, I was.
Jimmy prefers wands.
Okay.
And then who's going to buy this chair?
That's funny.
I'm just saying that when things change this much, this fast, people are allowed to ask.
Okay, I have to once again cut that off. Sorry about that. Is Elon tweeting a lot, Killer GB? What's he tweeting about now? Is he crying? Freaking Donna Brazil. He looked away when
the
Donna
ACLU recently tweeted a
Donna Brazil was on, and Jimmy looked away from the screen and didn't see Donna Brazil on there.
You would think women...
You should mention what a piece of shit she is.
No, wasn't even on the list. Second on the list was LGBT. Really? Abortion rights affects gay and trans people?
Killer GB, what's Elon going off about? Hey, Rogie. What's up, buddy? Chasing the cat? I wanted to take you outside, but you wouldn't go with me.
Allies. I always thought I was an ally of the LGBTQ community. I mean, I've learned a lot about trans people in the last 10 years that has, in my view, have shifted a lot on that. And so I think this is a response to people who feel like they're allies who still are afraid that they're going to get in trouble. But anyway, here we go.
That chart, I'm curious, like, you know, where they're projecting
Yeah.
the chart, like, on the chart, do they include, like, people who, like, switch? Because, never mind just trans, like, there's now 64, like, genders that, remember Talia Lavin that Glenn Greenwald was talking about, where
Yes.
she, like, so I'm a man, oh, I'm back to a woman now.
Yeah, 2 weeks later, she went back.
And then I see stuff where people are queer. Now, I thought that meant gay, but you don't have to be, you can be heterosexual and queer now. Did you know that? That's like a real thing.
Well, then I'm that. Then I'm definitely that.
Yeah, I'm definitely that too.
I'm definitely that. So I'm queer. Okay. No problem. I should get a t-shirt. I'm straight
notice a lot of
and
cast
queer.
lady gets done that way, too.
That's our new t-shirt. Have Mike make a t-shirt. I'm straight and queer.
Like, you remember how it was all repressed and the actor would have to have a fake girlfriend? Or whatever. Now, people are like, oh, I'm queer, but they don't actually have to. Dude, it's like the exact opposite.
All right, there's more of this. Here we go.
And it's okay to ask questions about something that's very new and involves children. The answer can't always be that anyone from a marginalized community is automatically right, trump card, mic drop, end of discussion. Because we're literally experimenting on children. Maybe that's why Sweden and Finland have stopped giving puberty blockers to kids. Because we just don't know much about...
I didn't even know there was such a thing as a puberty blocker. Did you know that?
Sure.
I
Yeah.
thought that I thought that was my biology lab partner. Come on, am I right?
Did they end it? Did they end that because it was like a condition for getting into NATO? Maybe. That's
I thought my puberty blocker was my Donny Osmond lunchbox my mom got for me. True story. My mom
I
got me a
already
Donny
shaved my
Osmond. I was in 6th grade, Kurt, and my mom got me a lunchbox, which was nice because I wanted one. But she got me a Donny Osmond lunchbox, and I bet she got it because it was on sale at Sears. Because who the fuck is going to buy a Donny Osmond lunchbox? You know, of course, this is the late 70s, but still, I never used it. I used it used to come with a thermos, and so I would put stuff in the thermos, and then I would just make a sandwich and put it in my pocket. And then I'd go
Well, if
straight.
you're hetero, but you have a Donny Osmond lunchbox, I think that goes
God,
down
he
as queer.
remembers that.
I'm pretty sure it does. All right.
It's a big thing.
I don't
certainly
remember
affected
ever
me.
having a lunchbox, but I'm sure I did.
long-term effects. Although common sense should tell you that when you reverse the course of raging hormones, there's going to be problems. We do know it hinders the development of bone density, which is kind of important if you like...
I need to mute that while Bill Maher is talking, because Bill Maher's voice is sacred and cannot be, you know, copied without permission from HBO.
Isn't that weird that a guy who works for the ACLU wants to censor a book because he doesn't like the ideas in it? That's what First Amendment is all about. It's about you have to guarantee the speech, the free speech of people you vehemently are
Does
disgusted
he have an
by.
Adolf Hitler mustache?
That's what it's about. If you're not for the free speech of someone you're disgusted by, you're not for free speech. Go ahead, Kurt.
I thought it was odd that the ACLU decided to get involved in the Amber Heard marriage. Anyway, like,
Did they?
seem to have. Yeah, that's why they had the defamation thing. She wrote she paid them to become their ambassador of something.
Oh, but she never gave them
and
the
she
money.
didn't pay them the money after they put.
That's right, and she never gave him the money. All right, here we go.
How very civil liberties of him. Chase, by the way, has just been named one of the grand marshals of this year's New York City Pride March, along with 3 other trans people and a lesbian. Huh, what's missing here? Oh, right, a gay man.
Oh, shit.
That's
Yeah. Hey, dude. I'm going to get in trouble. They're going to shut me down on YouTube for that. I got to wait for Jimmy to pause it. And Jimmy can do this shit all day long. He can play these clips all day long on his YouTube channel. He won't get in trouble for it. I'll get in trouble for it. And it's not even my YouTube video that it's coming from. It's from a YouTube video of a YouTube video. And I still get in trouble for it. For playing it on YouTube. Doesn't even make sense. Fucking idiots.
self-transgender.
I can't believe I have to hide this video from my podcast while it plays, and it's playing on YouTube. I can't even promote Jimmy's show because he's playing freaking HBO shit. Oh wait, is Bill Maher on Showtime?
It is all natural. Why is it regional?
I think
Either
Bill
Ohio
Maher's
is
on
shaming them
Showtime,
or
isn't he?
California is creating them.
I could probably do it.
It's like that day we suddenly all needed bottled water all the time. If we can't admit that in certain enclaves there is some level of trendiness to the idea of being anything other than straight, then this is not a serious science-based discussion. It's a blow being struck in the culture wars using children as cannon fodder. I don't understand parents who won't let their 9-year-old walk to the corner without a helmet, an EpiPen, and a GPS tracker. And God forbid their lips touch dairy. But
Oh, is he on HBO? I thought it was Showtime. Okay, my bad. My bad. Is it HBO? Harley, quit being a little bitch. God damn. These animals, man.
and
I don't know if Jimmy's got anything else to say. There, they just showed Donna Brazil. I wonder if Jimmy's going to say anything about her being on there. He's watching a lot of Bill Maher. I watched this whole Bill Maher clip. In fact, I may have retweeted it.
kids don't know why mom drinks every day or why dad has 2 cell phones. The girl who hates girly stuff just needs to learn that being female doesn't mean you have to act like a Kardashian. And look,
Reject that
I'm
joke.
sure the vast majority of parents do not take this lightly, and that it's very hard to know when something is real or just a phase. And I understand being trans is different, it's innate. But kids do also have phases. They're kids, it's all phases. The dinosaur phase.
He's calling trans a phase. He's such a piece of shit. Now I wonder what Jimmy's got to say about this.
They wanted to be at age 8, the world would be filled with cowboys and princesses.
And they're all clapping.
That'd be a great world.
I wanted to be a pirate.
Jimmy's got no comment. I'd be like, Jimmy,
Thank
stop
God
it here a
nobody
second.
took me seriously and scheduled.
I'd be like, Jimmy, stop the video here a second. Wait. Dude, he just said it's a phase.
Hands are too small.
Do you think that someone's sexuality is a phase that they go through?
You know, there's a bunch of stuff that, like, all the, like, chopping the dick off things are, like, kind of, you know, especially if you know anybody who trains, like, that's, like, not really all, like, in fact, I wouldn't say that's advisable 90% of the times. And, like, the first friend I had that did that transition when I was in college, explained that, like, well, you know, you got to be castrated, and, like, people don't want to, like, lose all sexual feelings and stuff. So that's kind of like a, you know, I don't know. I think it's like a hacky thing, like the dick chop thing.
The dick saw joke?
Yeah, like, it's just like, that's really, like, a lot of stuff gets blurred, and then there is a thing where there's, like, a lot of creepy, like, the same doctors who keep giving out that Michael Jackson face to rich ladies that they should be telling, don't come back here, you're done with this. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on here, especially something like that. Like, remember I Am Jazz, that series about that trans girl who's like, well,
he's relating trans
Jazz shouldn't have had
to,
this. It ended up being
body
really,
dysmorphia.
Jazz's penis didn't grow large enough because they put the hormone blockers, and then she got older, and like it was a disaster. Like, all kinds of bad stuff can happen, and so everything gets reduced to just like a chopping your dick off thing, and you know, a lot of like nuances and things. If you really do care about somebody who's going to do that, like, don't get covered on the regular, because it's either all or nothing all the time.
Isn't it crazy that in California, it's a misdemeanor to give a tattoo to a minor, but it's very not only legal but acceptable to give you know, these hormone blockers to kids and transitioning kids?
You know
Not
why?
that it's always a bad thing or anything like that, but I'm just saying, you look at those two things, it's a pretty crazy contrast.
Why would you need to block hormones? Here's why. Because I knew this a long time ago. Because that's your best chance of being hot. That's what that's about. And of course,
It's fucked up that a kid isn't comfortable with their gender, wants to be the other gender. They don't want to transition. You think that's fucked up? What's fucked up about that?
And
Some kids know it before other kids do.
puberty. The reason why you're saying that they give them the
Yes.
puberty.
Are you one of those people, Charlie? Are you one of those people that thinks it's a phase? Being trans is a phase?
puberty, and then you'll be a more feminine, you know.
You'd be a
it's
prettier
kind of
woman.
like essentialism about women, really.
Is that,
but-
Charlie, why is that a phase you went
So
through?
they'll be
When you were a kid
in
and then you phased out of it?
Their eyes, they'll be.
You were trans
they'll
and now
look
you're not?
more
Let me know.
feminine and female and pretty.
Because you didn't go through it blocked the hormones, so
Right.
you didn't go through the, you know. I mean, I'm saying I'm reducing it to being pretty, but you know, I'm sure there's a lot of other stuff to it. But that's what the idea is with that. It's just that's a little experiment. Even giving that to people that need hormones, it's like you do it to older people where it's like you can weigh the side effects. Like doing it to kids, or whatever.
Well, I know this is kind of like not ideal that we have a bunch of straight people talking about this issue, and Bill Maher was a straight guy doing it. But that's the show I have, so that's what I'm. But I think it's, and I just saw this video right before I went to air, so I wasn't like I could book another guest that could talk about it. And I've had very little interaction with the trans community, and so I like Kurt knows more about it than me. He has more friends that are trans and stuff like that, and so I was completely in the dark about what trans thing was. Certainly 12 years ago. I thought it was, I just thought it was gay guys, a bunch of guys having fun. They like to dress up as women. That's what I thought. I didn't know. But now, of course,
drag could be that.
What's that?
Like drag could do that.
Yeah, like I thought it was like drag. I thought it was like that, but it's not. It's different. And so I didn't know that. So now I got educated, and so now I know better.
In real life, by the way.
And I didn't know that trans people were oppressed. I didn't know that they would get beat up. I didn't know any of that stuff. And so yeah, my heart goes out to them. Go ahead.
Well, like the thing is, all this stuff now, this like completely unproductive like fight, and then like the online nonsense. Whenever I had questions over the years of people I knew, they answered them pretty openly and weren't like, "How dare you even get into it?" Like, you know, I think because of stupid social media and like the way if you have like some activist group like the one at Netflix, like what do they say, squeaky wheel gets the grease, so that the most like unhinged groups for some reason gets to be the spokesman, like the media decides that, and then you know, a lot of people don't. Dave Chappelle's friend who got bullied to death, basically his trans friend that nobody talks about, who was
That's right.
bullied for being friends with Dave Chappelle, Daphne, his trans friend, it's not mentioned. It doesn't even come up. And the amount of I mean, like, that's wild, man. Like, it's just like the thing of believe all women, except, you know, if it's
Except if they're accusing.
Yeah,
if they're
like,
mhm.
if you really care about it, you just got to talk about this stuff and not have this like blue versus red, Crips Bloods thing for every topic.
I agree. So well, let me ask you this question. This will be our exit question on this. Oh, I should have had my. Oh, I should have had. I know I should have had Howie on. So my friend Howie, who's the playwright who we've had on this show, he says he's gay, and he said it's because people identify as non-binary and gender non-conforming. Kurt is making great points. The puberty blockers are to make you look passable, that you can pass as the opposite sex.
That's what the politics are the most about, passing. And that's a big thing, like, within that. Because some people come out hotter than others, and there's a whole, like, you know, of course, like, a despicable industry is always trying to sell you makeup and all this other stuff. It's like, this is great, and surgery, because you're not good enough. Like, it really does play into that, like, kind of a sick, like, money thing. And then you get to look like, no, I just really care about these kids, and then, you know.
But Bill, so my question is, do you think, like, so the fact that Bill Maher, now I'm sure a lot of trans activists, the ones who I've seen, they're going to say that's transphobic. They already were saying it on Twitter. I saw it.
Yeah, because you got to ram your agenda while you have the floor. Keep ramming your agenda until you're. That's the. I noticed that with a lot of kind of activists. Like, until someone stops you, just keep pushing as far as you can. But I think that's creating now, it got to a point where it's creating a problem where you got to like settle down and just talk to people who have valid concerns. And any question I had, no matter how stupid, was answered to me by like, and not just trans, like, I remember years ago in New York, I used to have a joke about it when my girlfriend, we were talking to these two gay guys in the subway, and now I didn't blurt this out to them, but she's like, you really like it in the butt? Like she blurted something out to them, and they very, I would say politely and nicely were like, well, no, we don't all do that. Like, that's not a. I remember being shocked. Like, they don't all do anal. Like, I would feel gypped if I found out. If I was gay, I'd be like, that's like turkey's Thanksgiving with no turkey.
No, I knew that. I knew when I came to Hollywood, some comedians who were gay.
Fucking Kurt.
And I asked that same question. And
these guys are gay
said,
curious, aren't they?
No, I don't like that. I don't do it. I was like, really?
Sides. We just like sides.
I was like, really? I didn't know that. Wow. So,
it's like sides, he said.
But I think this being on HBO is a big deal. I hope that this will help open up conversation, and so people who consider themselves allies. I mean, I want the LGBTQ people to feel comfortable and be able to get employment and housing and not be discriminated in any way possible, and all that stuff. I thought that was the goal. I thought that was always the goal, to have full participation in society and be treated as everyone else. And I'm all for that. So I think what he's doing is like, hey, you know, we need to be able to have a discussion about things without being called transphobe. You have to be able to talk about things considering that we're allies, but we have to be able to have a conversation about that stuff. And I think that's what he's saying. And I think that him doing that on HBO, like doing it on YouTube, it's not going to do anything. But on HBO, that will have an impact because that is funded and it is the establishment platform. So, and that's what I think. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe it won't have any effect. I don't know.
Yeah, right. You can see when stuff triggers. I mean, I think that stupid Amber Heard Depp case is like, basically there's a lot of Amber Heards in all of areas of activism, and a lot of load-bearing narratives are collapsing. So that's why you can see mainstream people start to. I always give Bill Maher credit. Whatever stuff that he said I thought was dumb, he always was a free speech guy and said it.
Yes.
You know, so I give him that as a comic. Like, you can't be I think Chappelle probably was a bigger. The Chappelle Wars were probably a bigger factor even than this, but this is definitely an indicator. I agree with that.
Yeah. So I'm getting another text. Puberty blockers and plastic surgery for trans people reinforces gender norms and stereotypes.
Yeah, right.
You can only be a pretty woman if you have a small nose, etc. I didn't know any. I don't know any. Did you know any of this?
No, not at all.
I never even heard of this. I didn't even know they had puberty blockers until today. I didn't know anything. So.
Did you ever see the Dustin Hoffman interview about Tootsie, where he was talking about how it opened his eyes, and they dressed him up like Tootsie, and he was, he goes, oh, if I'm a woman, I want to be a pretty woman, you know? So I said, and they're like, this is the best we can do. And he starts crying in the interview. And I started crying, because I thought, how many amazing women would I not talk to because they look like... It was one of the greatest narcissist actor thing of like, how many women who have been robbed of the chance to bang me, Dustin Hoffman, because they looked like Dustin Hoffman.
They looked like Dustin Hoffman.
But right there, I saw that it's that thing of like reinforcing. Well, I want to be a pretty woman. I don't want to, I want the best of it. It's not just I don't want to deal with what an unattractive woman deals with, which 9 times out of 10 is being called a man, by the way.
So thank you for the info, Anya. That was very nice. All right, so we'll see what happens. Bill Maher sticking his chin out, saying something. The audience seems to agree with him. I think he was saying that right next to Donna Brazil.
Yes.
Yeah.
There it is.
I noticed that too.
So, well, there you go.
I noticed
don't
it
watch the
before
show,
any of you said anything about
but
it.
I do watch clips of it. There you go.
Yeah,
And most of my animosity for Bill Maher is just.
I mentioned Donna Brazil an
a lot
hour
of it's
ago.
legit. I would say half and half. I would say probably half is jealousy, half is legit.
Well, the thing with Matt Taibbi is really annoying. He's like, but what about the thing that's turned out to be a made up thing?
The fact that Bill Maher has a lot of shit-lived tendencies, right? And so I got to rip him on that stuff. That's all. And he's rich enough and successful, and he's a big boy. He can, how many times I got to tell him how much I loved his book? I did love his book. I read it twice, I think, 30 years ago. You ever read his book? It's called True Story.
No, someone recommended it to me though. I remember.
It's really a great book, honest. It's about stand-up comedy. It's a fiction, but it is really fantastic. I can't believe he didn't write more books.
It's called True Story.
I loved it. It was a page turner. Okay, that's it. Everybody check out Kurt. He's on tour in Fort Worth, Baltimore, and Philadelphia. Go to KurtMetzgerComedy.com. Jackson, Danny Boy Hinkle, Mr. Hare is the host of The Dive on YouTube. Everybody check out The Dive. We'll be also doing. Do you do call-ins, Jackson? Do you do a call-in show?
I don't.
I do one, and I'm going to be doing one right now, about 10 minutes. So if you have the call-in app, if you don't, go get it. I'm pretty sure it's free. And then I'll take questions for 30 minutes. That's usually how it works. So I'm going to go do call-in right now with Malcolm. I'll tweet out the link. And in the meantime, if you don't want to go to call-in, which I don't blame you, you stay here with Steph, and she's going to read your super chat. And then is Anya coming on with you?
No. We only do that on Fridays. Jimmy, do you have anything else to say before you go?
Oh, I do.
All right, hold on.
We'll see you. We're doing stand-up comedy. We'll see you in Irvine, Las Vegas, San Diego, Indianapolis, Salt Lake City, Louisville. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for tickets. See you in San Diego.
Does he have to do a new outro? I don't think so. Well, if you did it, I don't think you want Real Time with Bill Maher behind you. Am I wrong?
No.
All right.
Did I already have it? Did I mention San Diego? Let me do it again. Here we're doing stand-up comedy in Irvine, California, Las Vegas, San Diego, Salt Lake City, Indianapolis, Louisville, all over the place. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for tickets.
All right, and I love how the fellas stuck around.
I like that they stayed.
Take two is
they
better.
They want to get tips. They want to see, hey, how does a
Take two is
professional
better.
close the show with an outro? I'm going to see how...
Really special stuff.
Yeah, Jackson's like, when I start doing live performances, I want to see how I outro.
I would do the game show again.
Yeah, we should do the game show again.
That was
Oh my
fun.
God, I forgot to release the game show. Oh, so we're gonna make the game show available right now for our premium members.
Well, we didn't release it already?
No, no.
I thought we
Oh,
did
we
last
did?
Wednesday.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, so go watch it. I didn't know we released it.
I believe we did.
Fun,
so
man.
they
I've
put it up.
enjoyed
If you're
this
a
Jimmy
premium
Dore
member,
show.
go watch it. Oh, okay. So we should take clips out and put some clips up on
Yes,
YouTube.
that's the next thing that we need to do.
Okay.
And by the way, how about your tech today?
Oh, tech went smoothly. Thanks to everybody. Thanks to everybody making everything work.
Shouts out
Edward,
Triage Oil.
Roy and Jared.
Jared?
Now that you got
Thank you.
62
Bye, guys.
ounces.
All right,
Okay, see you guys.
Bye. We're
Bye-bye.
done with
Yeah.
your professionalism. All right, that was great. Misha's going to chat with you in a moment, Jimmy. We have to go over something before you get all busy. So this could be a serious stain on Hillary's dress. Thank you. Much love. Chaka. Thank you, Chaka. All right, camera 4 beside me. Camera 4, there we go. And now the magic. Here we go. Thank you so much. You can go take a break, do a powder break.
All right. You guys are fantastic. Where am I picking that up? YouTube? Yeah, Jimmy Dore. On Jimmy Dore Show on YouTube. DORE, Dore. Subscribe to his channel. Subscribe to my channel. Nancy, subscribe to Nate's Garden on YouTube. My channel with 24,000 subscribers, please. While you're over there on YouTube. All right? All right, guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you had fun. I'll see you guys later. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye now.